Hey everyone, it's Ryan here with my No Mercy 2017 predictions. This is Raw's pay-per-view for this year. Last year it was the SmackDown pay-per-view. I believe there are 8 matches on the card tonight. I looked at one picture earlier, had 7, then there was an 8th one added, which was the kickoff show, which I do believe is Apollo Crews versus Elias for no reason, I guess. It's just there, like they've had no build up to it. Elias has been beating nobodies for a bit. Apollo Crews went against Kurt Hawkins on Raw. It's literally, there's just no purpose to it. But I am a bit excited. There's 2 matches I'm excited for, but we'll go through all the card. Apollo Crews with Titus O'Neil versus Elias. I'm going to go for Elias for this one. Apollo Crews doesn't have anything going for him, and Elias is sort of on a roll, I guess. The only time he lost was in that 6-pack challenge, which Jason Jordan won, which, again, this will come up in this. We've got Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt in a rematch from SummerSlam. Probably my least favourite match, because 1, we've already had it. 2, it wasn't that interesting last time. And this time it's normal Finn Balor, so I feel like Bray might win this one and then they'll have another rematch, which we just don't need because it's not helping any of them. So I've gone for Bray to win this one because Finn won the last one as Demon Finn. Then we've got Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I've gone for an Ambrose and Rollins to retain. Sheamus and Cesaro try and do the whole, oh, you aren't really trustworthy friends, whatever, you'll stab each other in the back type thing. I just feel like it's a bit too predictable if Seth and Dean lose the titles now and fall out over that. So I've gone for Dean and Seth for now. Maybe a couple of months down the line they'll lose it to someone. We've got Neville versus Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight Championship. The weird thing with Enzo is, so he's new to the Cruiserweight division by about 2 months, shall we say, and instantly has got himself a title shot, whereas there's a lot more Cruiserweights that are more deserving of a title shot that have been there ever since it started and still haven't had one. Noam Dar hasn't had one. I don't think Cedric Alexander's had one. You got Lince Dorado, Grand Metalik. There's a lot of cruiserweights that are more deserving. I think Tony Nese needs one as well at some point. Enzo is literally... So the weird thing is, I don't see why we're supposed to cheer Enzo for this whole rivalry, because he's cheated all the time. He's grabbed Cedric's tights to pin him. He poked, I think, Noam Dar in the eye when he went against him the first time. Basically used cheap tactics to win everything. And for some reason he's supposed to be a face, despite the fact he does this all the time. It's supposed to be all like, oh, he's just being inventive. It's just like, no, it's just being a dick, and we all know you're a dick, and no one's going to like you, especially if you do that. So I'm hoping to God that Neville retains, because Neville should never have to lose to Enzo Amore, and it shouldn't even be a close contest. It should just be Neville completely dominate. Enzo maybe gets some offense in, but just come nowhere near to winning it, because Enzo, 1, does not deserve it. Like, him going to the Cruiserweights is the best thing for him, because other than that, he's just going to get his ass kicked all the time. But 2, he shouldn't even be near the title picture this instant. I would have definitely preferred Cedric Alexander versus Neville, because in the 5-man elimination match, Cedric got all the pinfalls except the last one, where Enzo rolled him up. I definitely want Neville to retain. I really don't like Enzo. I don't like. Sure, he's good with his mouth sometimes, but he does repeat himself. It does get boring after a while. And even that, with that, his one good thing, he's losing people as well. His in-ring ability is just not that good. Neville's a lot better. We've got Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax versus Emma, and now Bayley in a fatal 5-way match for the Raw Women's Championship. If Alexa somehow retains, that would be impressive. I'm going to go again because I want this to happen, and it still hasn't happened. I want Nia Jax to win. Nia Jax is different from all the other women, which already makes her more interesting. And again, it's another case of when she has a title shot, it's never one-on-one, and she'll I don't think she'll be the one to take the fall, but I just feel like it's one of those cases of she's deserving of the title more than most of the others in there. Bayley's already had it. Sasha Banks has had it numerous times. This is probably her 25th title shot now. And Emma's it was a weird thing. Emma had a match with Mickey to say that Emma was the one they were talking about on Raw the week before. So Mickey had to tweet that to get Emma trending on Raw or something like that. Then it was her and Nia Jax versus Alexa and Sasha, and if Nia and Emma won, then they would be put into the match as well, which made it a fatal 4-way. Then the following week, Emma wasn't even on, and she wasn't even on the week after as well. So I don't know where she's gone, unless she's just on the European tour or something. But it's just a bit weird considering that she's sort of thrown in there and hasn't had any build-up since. So I feel like she's just going to be out of it completely. But I've gone for Nia Jax to win this one. We've got The Miz with Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas versus Jason Jordan for the Intercontinental Championship. Jason Jordan won a 6-pack challenge featuring Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. It also had the Hardy Boys and Elias in there. So it's Jason Jordan and The Miz. The build-up for this was a bit weird because they started it a couple of months back once Kurt, a couple of weeks after Kurt announced that Jason Jordan was his son. Then they went off that because Jeff got won a match to become number one contender. Then he had that match. Then they left it a couple of weeks again where it was Roman and John Cena 1 week after the other one against Jason Jordan. And then The Miz brings him up again, and then that's sort of how they built it. You'd think Jason Jordan would have won a number one contenders match, and then they start going on about Jason Jordan rather than build it up, and then you sort of sense that Jason Jordan's going to win the 6-pack challenge. That was the worst part of it, was we sort of knew it was coming. But yeah, I've got them for The Miz. Jason Jordan, it's too quick for him to win the title, and I feel like The Miz should hold it for another couple of months, and someone more worthy of it should take it off him. We've got the 2 remaining matches, which are going to be the best matches. Depends which one's which, depends how they treat one of them. We've got John Cena versus Roman Reigns in a singles match. So John Cena's literally just been destroying Roman week after week. It's literally been the biggest shoot promos on each other about how Roman says that John Cena's been burying people, the old cliche. And John Cena's literally come back and is no, I have to come here because you can't do your job, essentially. I'm a part-timer and I can do this better than you can do full-time type thing. It's stuff like this with John Cena that I love. I like it when John Cena isn't near the title picture. It's sort of the same with Roman Reigns. If he's not near the title, I'm completely fine with how he goes, because when they're near the title, it's a bit give other people a chance because they'll be there all year otherwise. I feel like it's one of those things. John Cena's going to have all the talk. It's going to go for a good 25-30 minutes, but I feel Roman's going to come out on top after probably 2 or 3 spears. But yeah, it'll be Roman going over Cena. Cena will go away for a bit, I think. But yeah, I've gone for Roman to win. It's going to be a brilliant match though, but I feel like Roman's going to win this one. And then finally, the match I've been most excited for, they built it up the best way possible. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. I know Braun's not going to win. I really wish he would, but I'm going to go for Brock on this one. It's going to be a hell of a match. They built Braun up to be unstoppable. Paul Heyman's been praising Braun Strowman, which is the best part of it. He's not been trying to down-talk him or anything. It's a shame because Samoa Joe is out injured, of course, but also you've got Braun Strowman there. And with the way they built Samoa Joe, that's the one thing I'm fearing, is it's going to work the same way as Samoa Joe will dominate for a bit, and then Brock will hit a move out of nowhere and pin him quickly and escape with his title. I really don't want that. I want this to go for a good 15 minutes, just literally hitting each other as hard as possible. Maybe Brock kicks out of a running power slam. Braun can kick out of 2 F5s or something. But I feel like this could be the match of the night if done properly. But I feel like John Cena and Roman Reigns will. But they are all my predictions. I've got Apollo Crews, Bray Wyatt, Neville, Ambrose and Rollins, Nia Jax, The Miz, and Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. If I get 4 of those right, then I'll get my title. Obviously, for now, I still haven't. But let me know what your No Mercy 2017 predictions are, and I shall see you in the next one.